All right, let's talk about one of the tools I absolutely love to use in Ringy, and that's campaigns. As an agent, I used to work this software since 2018, so about 8 years now. So one of the things that I like to use is the campaign, and I do this for database reactivation. I do this to create a lot of appointments, maybe for open enrollment or different campaigns I like to run. So let me give you an example of what I would do for open enrollment going into November 1st. So right now it's today is we're in August, and I like to send out a group campaign to kind of get people to start looking at their options, setting appointments before open enrollment. So what would typically happen is on November 1st, I'm not all I'm doing is just signing people up signing people up from the that did previous appointments with me that went over the options already. And I'm not necessarily marketing. I'm not doing anything because so all I'm doing on November 1st, because of the strategy, all I'm doing on November 1st is literally getting on back-to-back appointments, signing people up on the options that we reviewed before. Okay. So to create this, what I normally do is I would go to sold, right? So right now it shows I have 2,900 leads sold. Whoever opted out or blocked in your system, their number is not included in here. Okay. So obviously I don't want to send out a message to 2,900 people. What I would normally do is say, okay, you know what? Let's just only pick the group from, I'll say September of last year, right? So now it brings it up to 503 people. So this is a group of folks that I would send my pre-open enrollment message to. So we can call it open enrollment announcement, right? Now, once we call it open enrollment announcement, I can go ahead and schedule a message for the future. I can schedule to have it go out today. Right now, just have it scheduled for tomorrow. Okay. Now, I want to send out a text message, and this is an announcement that I'm making to that particular group, letting them know that open enrollment is around the corner. We have some options to look at. Let's set an appointment, which I do send them my booking link. So I'll just write an example message, right? And then from there, I make sure my booking link is included in that message so they can set an appointment so we can go over their options. Now, the biggest thing here, I do like to add an image as well. It's up to you. Now, keep in mind when you do add an image, instead of a penny per text, it's 3 cents per text with the image, and that's a flat fee. Now, you're not required, but sometimes I like to do that. But here's the most important thing, the trickling the messages. If you have 503 messages, that's a high volume. You do not want to send that all at once, especially if you have a low volume of numbers. If you know, so what I tell people to do is trickle your text messages. I normally do maybe like 7 text messages every 5 minutes. You could do a lot more than that. The more numbers you have, the more you can play with, because there is an algorithm where if you're sending too many text messages from one number, the carrier start to flag that. So that's what I normally send out. So now what I do, so out of 503 people, they get this particular text message. They can send an email as well. I don't send email for right now because we don't have the trickle for emails yet. So if I do send out an email, all 503 would go out. So I kind of focus on text messaging for now. And then I send that to that particular group. Okay. Once that message goes out, I can now track the campaign and see how it did, right? So these are the previous campaigns that I did. It shows me how many people it went out to, what was the response rate, and if I even got any carrier violations. So on this one, I did get a carrier violation because I made a mistake on putting a particular link that I was not supposed to put. Okay. So you kind of track that and it'll stop the campaign from there. All right. So utilize the campaign when you're wanting to do a database reactivation. Another thing you could do is bridge plans. If you're working with private plans, you could get a person on a plan today that they could go ahead and sign up for that make sure that there's no gap in coverage. And then when open enrollment comes around, you'll start setting them up at that point. All right. So that's just an example on how I like to use the campaigns. I will be giving more tips in the future. But if you are interested in taking advantage of a 21-day free trial with a discount, click on the link in my bio. This also allows me to be your account executive where we get to work on one-on-one. And if you need additional tips, I'll be able to help you with that as well. All right. Happy selling.